Well, hello today. This is going to be my first video on automation, and not only is it my first video on automation, it is my first time ever recording a video on my PC. Just got this, was lucky enough for a buddy to give it to me. And while this isn't my first time playing automation, I've been playing it for a few days now, just getting the hang of it. This is my first time I'm going to try and do something specific. So today, I'm going for a competitor to the 1988 Toyota MR2 Supercharged. So I'm going with the light sport budget, and I'm calling it the Nagasaki Atom. Don't ask why. Year's 1988, and we're going to get into it. So my objective today is I want to make a cheap rear-wheel drive mid-engine sports car. I'm not entirely certain what I want to do yet, but that's the general playbook I'm going for. Now, the MR2 is a 4-cylinder. Now, we could come in with an that's just such an obviously an NSX body, though. Now, this, on the other hand, this looks interesting. I might be able to work with this if it will let me mid-engine swap it. So, let's see if that'll work today. We are going to go in, let's see. So for our panel material, let's go with fiberglass today. All right. Let me just So since we're going with fiberglass, I think I'm going to go with a monocoque chassis. All right, chassis material. I suppose we can go with. You know what? Let's just go with regular steel. All right, so I can't go mid-engine, but I can go rear-engined. I think that will make for a very interesting build. All right, so let's come in here. Let's go with a McPherson strut in the front and double wishbone in the rear. That should be nice. And since we're going cheap, we're going to keep the quality down. All right, let's go with the hard top body here. Now, like I said, I'm still pretty new to this game, so don't expect anything fantastic out of my design abilities. I really don't know what I'm doing all that well. Of course, I've watched videos on this game before and whatnot, but overall, I really don't know much of what I'm doing. So, I'm just gonna kind of go for what works with me. I think I wanna... this is an interesting body style. Almost kind of looks like a Ford Probe. I can definitely fit some meat in the back. You know what? It does sort of resemble a Ford Probe, which gives me an idea. I don't know if I want such a boxy rear end. Hang on. Let's bring this in a little bit and then up. Actually, I kind of like that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go with that. This is probably going to be some horrifically ugly car, but you know what? It's cool. We ball. We just here to have fun and to do dumb shit. All right. So let's see here. What kind of headlights? I'm thinking we go with something that sort of follows. Something simple. Ooh, or you know what we could do? Hang on. Let's come back here. Let's maybe bring. Huh. Okay, let's do that like that. Put that sort of there. I can't do what I want it to do because I was going to attempt to go for pop-up headlights. I mean, maybe I can still make it work. Hang on, let's find out. Let's go with pop-ups. Right. No, we definitely can't go with pop-up headlights. That's fine. Let's go with. All right, we're gonna go with these here. All right, move these this way a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead with the design process, and I'll do a little time lapse, and I'll be back when I'm done. So, as you can see, I've decided to go with a completely different body style altogether. I wasn't really feeling that one. Didn't really find anything that really spoke to me all that well. Okay, so I'm just gonna undo everything I just did. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead with the design process, and well, I'll be back with you guys when I'm done. And we are finished with our design process. This is how she's gonna look. I'm not doing the interior. I don't really know what I'm doing there yet, but I will learn eventually. Alright, so we're gonna go rear-wheel drive. We're gonna make a new engine. I don't care what in the world it's called. Alright. Now I'm gonna come in here. You can go away. So the Toyota MR2 has a supercharged 4-cylinder. Well, how about we step that up? Turns out we cannot fit. Can we even fit an inline 4? Oh, I'd have to. I don't know. Let's see how small. If we can do a very small. I don't think we can fit a 5-cylinder at all. I was hoping to do an inline 5 supercharged, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. we are actually going to go with a Boxer 6. Inline 4 or flat 4. Alright, I guess we're doing a small flat 4. That's fine, we'll make this work. I guess we'll go with a stroker. We'll go with a 1/8 stroker. Okay. I think I lied about that. Looks like we're going to do a 1/3 stroker. I think we can fit a 1.3 liter in here. You really gonna make me go right under? Oh, come on, game. This engine's gonna suck to work on. It's close enough. Okay, screw it. We're just going with a 1.2 liter. This is a very, very, very small engine. But we ball. Guess we'll go with dual overhead cam. We will go 4 valves per cylinder. And you know what? We'll just go with aluminum performance head. Yeah, this should be alright. I'm trying to keep the price down, though. We're not going to be making a lot of torque, so... billet steel should work just fine. That's only $14. Let's see here. Cast light doesn't do good with RPMs. We'll go with forged light. Actually, that's $19. Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll just go with forged. And here we will go with forged light. No harmonic dampener. Alright, we will give it VVT for the intake. And we're going to go with the supercharger. We're going to go with the centrifugal. And we are going to go with a 600cc supercharger. Of course, we're going to be multi-point EFI, single. We'll come back to all this. Alright, we're going to run unleaded gasoline, regular octane. Actually, we'll run premium with the performance mid intake. Alright, now onto the exhaust. We're going to go with cast mid, dual exhaust, high flow 3-way, and then we are going to go with a reverse flow, then just a baffle. And I will be back when I have this tuned properly to the power I want. See you in a little bit. And here we are. She is ready to be tested. I have her. I'm happy with where it's at. Like I said, I'm just going with a competitor to the MR2. I'm not going for a whole lot of horsepower. So let's give it a listen. Pretty damn loud. Alright. Let's see if this is better. Alright, everything's looking pretty good. Our engine clearance isn't that good, but it's alright. We'll live. Yeah. Everything's looking pretty good over here. So, let's, I'm not going to worry too much about the engine. This is how we're looking. 251-pound engine. 1.2 liter dual overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder. Looks pretty good to me. Alright. So we're going to go with the manual 5-speed. Top speed is going to be set at 160, which we're obviously not going to hit. There's no way that this thing could ever hit that kind of speed. We're going to have a clutch to limited slip. We're going to actually raise this up a little bit. And then we're good there. Let's go and come over here. We'll go with radials, mediums. You know, we don't need anything too crazy. So let's just up these to like 225s. And then fix this stance, of course. I could never. This stance is horrendous. You know what? We'll put it, we'll give it 235s in the back. And then let's stick the front out a little bit, and we'll leave these at 195s up front. Yeah, that's looking good. We're going to go with alloy wheels. Onto the brakes. You know what? Let's go with vented disc. 3 pistons. Or we're going to go with 2 pistons. And we are going, actually, we're going to come back here. We're going to make these wheels a little bit bigger. We're going to go with 15-inch rims. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with 11-inch rotors. We're going to go with vented disc in the back. Just 1 piston, though. And we're going to go with 8-inch rotors. We'll go a little bit bigger than that. We'll go up to 8.8. We're going to up the pad type just a little bit. Alright, everything's looking good. We'll have a sport under tray. Active arrow. We don't have no active arrow or cooling flaps. We will put this up a little bit, though. And we'll put this up a little bit. We'll put this a little bit higher because I want that back to really stay down. Put up the brake airflow, too. And this is where we come in. So, we're going for like an MR2. So, I'm going to go with Sport. We'll go with a Luxury CD. It's pretty dang light, so let's try and make it lighter. Because their main thing is they wanted to You know, they want to be better than the Toyota MR2. We're going to go with manual steering. We will give it traction control and ABS. Now, we want to be really safe. This is where we are going to put our only money into. We want to be really, really safe. And we'll go with that perfect 50-50 weight distribution. We'll go with a progressive with an adaptive. Passive, we'll give it a sport preset. And here's the car. So now let's get on to the testing stages. So I'd probably price it out at about 25 grand. It's a little on the pricey side, but I think it will be a decent car. So, performance. 0 to 60 miles an hour in 7.3 seconds. Does the quarter mile in 15.1 seconds. It's really light, though, only 2,200 pounds. So, let's see how it does around the automation test track. That might be the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, come on. See, I really wish I could just drive this in Beam, but I don't have Beam, nor could my computer run Beam. It's not exactly the greatest computer. I might as well be playing on a potato. But this is my mid-engine 80s sports car. My attempt at a Toyota MR2 competitor. And I think it does its job as an MR2 competitor perfectly. Anyways, that's about going to wrap up this video. We'll let it finish this lap, and if you like the video, make sure to tell me what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like, do whatever you want. It's up to you, not me. Tell me what I should make next time, what kind of cars you want to see next. And I'm probably going to buy the V16 DLC soon, so look forward to V16 content. Maybe I'll try and make the biggest V16 in the game and hit something stupid. That sounds like fun. Maybe a V16 Beyond. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. So, as we come up on the final last two turns, I want to thank you all for